Hey guys, my name is Matt and I'm co-owner of the Tackle Room. Stay tuned for another great how-to video. Hey guys, today we're going to talk about how to do a haywire twist. Now, over the years I found this is a pretty simple way and the easiest way to show people who've never done it before how to begin. I usually have them start off with a piece of copper wire, something fairly light. It's very easy to twist, and it gets the rhythm down and the motion before you step up to some stainless wire like number 3 or number 5, and then eventually we'll end up at some number 9. So let me show you the first thing you need to do in this copper is grab both sides and start bending them down, and this is how you're going to create your loop. So we're just going to show how to make a loop for right now. And not worry about putting a hook or a swivel or anything in it. Let's just get the motion down pat first. So leave the loop big enough so you can still grab it with your fingers and it won't slip. Now the important part is to keep this in a V shape. So one going this way and one going this way, and keep it pinched tight. And hold your loop and twist both pieces around each other. Keep that V shape at all times. Pinch it tight and twist it. Again, pinch it tight and twist it. Tight and twist. And keep repeating that step. Now what I find a lot of people will start to do is as they twist, they start to roll the wire where all of a sudden one piece is pointing straight down. And what happens then is you start just basically wrapping one piece of wire around the other rather than wrapping both pieces around simultaneously around each other. So make sure the whole time after each wrap you're getting back into that same V shape to keep that pattern going. And keep practicing on this copper wire until you get this pattern real good and down pat. And keep studying your wraps. Once you've got the copper down pat, the next step would be to move on to like some number 3 or some number 5 wire, which I'll show you right now. Once you have the pattern down pat in the copper, we can move on to some stainless wire. Stainless wire is going to be a little bit harder, and it's got memory. It constantly wants to lay straight, so it's a little bit harder to work with. So that's why the copper is a good first step. But once you have that, we can start working in this, and we're going to repeat the same process as we did in the copper wire. We're going to make this loop, keep the loop the same size, keep this V shape, and twist. And twist. And keep repeating this process. Now, how far you spread this V shape out that you're creating in the wire determines how tight your wraps are. If you keep them fairly close together, like this, your wraps are spread more apart. If you get this V shape more spread away from each other, you make tighter wraps. I kind of like to hit in between. I don't like them super tight. You can tend to fatigue the wire a little bit and make it weak at that point, but you don't want them loose where they want to unravel. So keep repeating this. Now, once you've mastered this little haywire twist here, we're going to go into what we call barrel wraps. Now, barrel wraps are basically where you take the wire and you transition from this V shape to where you do twist one piece around the other, creating more of a barrel shape. And basically you roll this tagging piece around, and now you've got your longer piece straight in line with your loop rather than creating a V shape. And now we're going to take our tag and just wrap that around the other piece of wire, keeping them side by side each wrap. Now keep working with this number 3 or number 5 wire, either one, until you can get that down pat. The next step past this would be go to like some number 9 wire, something we would wahoo fish with. It's a little bit stiffer, so make sure you get this down pat first before you move on to some number 9 wire. It tends to hurt your fingers a little more when you go to it. Once you've got the number 3 wire or number 5 wire down pat, it's time to move to some number 9. And when you can haywire number 9, you pretty much are going to be able to haywire with any size wire, even some bigger stuff. The biggest difference when you go to number 9, number 10, is it's going to take more force to twist the wire. And the wire wants to lay straighter, so it's a little less forgiving than some of the lighter wires. But your steps are still the same. You still create your loop, you still keep that V shape like we've talked about. The biggest thing that I find is make your loop a little larger. You don't want to go too big, but a larger loop allows you to hold it easier rather than slipping in between your fingers. Now I like to do about 5 or 6 of these haywire wraps and then transition into my barrels. And I like to do about 3 or 4 of those. And that's how you haywire.